What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like and subscribe. Always hit that bell notification. Put it on all you get notified. All latest content as and when we drop it on the channel. So let's get into this one. So today I had some very surprising and quite frustrating news, which was that Amir Khan had been found to have a banned substance in his system. The substance is one that aids you with recovery, aids you with your strength, and it basically helps you out. It's another one of these PEDs. And yeah, I was saddened to hear that because obviously Amir Khan is one of the biggest names we've had, and he's one of the most successful British boxers, former world champion at few weights and stuff like that. So Khan is definitely big name, good name for British boxing. So it is kind of a black eye for British boxing when this sort of thing happens. But one thing I will say for Amir Khan is that he did come straight out and speak on it. He was interviewed earlier on, I believe it would have been this afternoon, by Sky Sports, and they asked him the question straight up. You know, did you knowingly, was the wording they used, did you knowingly take a performance enhancing drug? Did you put that in your system? Amir Khan, as all the guys tend to in this situation, you know, he denied any having deliberately taken anything. He said he doesn't have a clue how it got in his system. He doesn't know how it got in his system. And this is completely caught him by surprise. He went on to mention that he's got a team looking after this, and he has no clue how it got in his system. To his credit, he did also read a statement from UCAD, and which I believe the statement, in just what I remember of it, basically said that it was a very, very small amount of that PED. It was a type of the amount that wouldn't actually give him an edge in terms of his performance. It was a very small trace amount which would make no difference to his performance. They also, I believe, noted, and Khan mentioned this himself, that he'd actually tested negative in all the tests leading up to this, including in the week of the fight, I believe, you know, around 7 days out from the fight, he tested and he was negative. And the positive result for having his drug in his system actually came out after the fight. And allegedly, according to what Amir Khan's saying, he's finding out this morning. The British Boxing Board of Control is finding out this morning as well. They all found out then, and also the promoter of the show, Ben Shalom, he allegedly just found out this morning. So apparently they had no knowledge of this until right now. Now what they've done is they've banned Amir Khan from all sports for a period of 2 years. Now that's kind of irrelevant to him, really. It shows that they're doing something, because I suppose maybe their idea is, I mean, it's kind of standard, I think, that you get a 4-year ban, and then if there's you have some sort of proof of I suppose it's unintentional, then it reduces to 2 years. So that's the ban that he's got. I mean, it won't make any difference to him, as at the end of the day he's retired, and he's been retired for a while now. I think it's coming up on a year since he's retired after the Kell Brook bout. And in terms of what we saw from the Kell Brook fight, he didn't look good in there. He looked terrible against Kell Brook. He looked completely shot and, you know, completely unlike his old self, and he just completely fell apart in the face of Kell Brook. So whatever it was that he had in his system, it certainly didn't. It kind of lends credence to what UCAD and what he said, which is that it was such a tiny small amount. He was saying like a grain of sand or something like that, some tiny amount that would make absolutely no difference. And I think UCAD kind of backed him up in a way, because they said it was the amount where it's most likely unintentional. It's doubtful that anyone would be clear for all their tests, and then on one particular day, whatever before the fight, put in this thing into their body intentionally because it wouldn't give them an edge at all. So, yeah, interesting story. It is a bit sad for boxing, and it will kind of. I mean, for me, it doesn't really taint Amir Khan's legacy, given I've heard what I've heard from what he said and what he read off of UCAD. So that lends credence to the idea of it being some sort of error, some sort of mistake. I could be wrong on that, but based on what I've heard from him and the story so far, it seems like he may actually have done this completely by mistake, just based on the amount and everything. So, yeah, I think that's my thoughts on it. Obviously, the media is going to grab this, and I've heard Simon Jordan and Talksport, they've been on there, and they've said that, look, I'm not sure whether they heard what the interview of Khan or what UCAN said about it, but I think it was Simon Jordan said that, well, this could call into question his whole career, and this could, maybe he should be stripped of these titles that he won, back in 2011 and that, and this calls the whole career into question. Which, yeah, in a sense, I see where they're coming from. But however, if what Khan is saying is true, and if the statement is, the genuine statement from UCAD, then I sort of lean towards Khan's side on this, and I think this is purely by accident, because the amount is very small. It's either that, or he's very, very clever and he's somehow cycled it out of his system. I don't know, that's a possibility too, but I sort of based on the fact that he hasn't had any history of doing these PEDs and whatnot, and this has happened when it's happened, I sort of lean towards his side on this. I mean, I could be wrong, but based on what I know and what I've heard today, I sort of lean on that side. It's sad, as I say, for boxing, because it seems like we're hearing more and more of these cases of PEDs and people taking drugs and all this sort of stuff. So, yeah, it is what it is. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. And until next time, it's MKO Pugilism, over and out.